Hello, my name is Francisco and I'm an actor for historical characters. And this is Theatron, a channel about